Julia Donaldson. If you are a parent raising a young reader, you must have heard her name. She has written so many amazing books that I cannot even list them all here. But do you know she has also written books for early readers, and in today's Read Aloud with Shefali at Bukmuk Library, I will read her book called Follow the Swallow. It is part of a banana series published by Edmond. But wait, do make sure you follow Bukmuk Library, because in my next video, I will be sharing what other more amazing books you can read if you have read and loved Julia Donaldson, especially Indian books. Follow the Swallow, written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Martin Ursel. Jack the Blackbird was learning to fly, and so was Apollo the Swallow. And that's how they met. Ouch! Who are you? Asked Jack.
I'm Apollo. I'm a swallow.
And what do you swallow?
Flies mostly,
Said Apollo.
And who are you?
I'm Jack. I'm a blackbird. You look...
Brown to me,
said Apollo. I may be brown now, but one day I'll be black, said Jack.
I don't believe you,
said Apollo. Apollo showed Jack his nest. It was on a cobwebby shelf in a shed.
I won't always live here,
he said.
One day I'll fly away to Africa.
I don't believe you, said Jack. Jack showed Apollo his nest. It was in a tree covered with white blossom. One day the tree will be covered in tasty orange berries, said Jack.
I don't believe you,
said Apollo. The days grew longer and warmer. Apollo started going around with a lot of swallows. They kept gathering on the roof of the shed and then flying off all together. What are you doing? Asked Jack.
Practicing flying to Africa.
I don't believe you. The white blossoms fell off Jack's tree and some little green berries appeared. They'll be orange one day, he told Apollo.
I don't believe you,
said Apollo. Slowly the berries on the tree grew bigger and changed color from green to yellow and at last to orange. Now Apollo will believe me, said Jack. He flew to the shed to tell his friend about the orange berries. Come to the tree, come to the tree, he called. Apollo had gone. He and the other swallows had just set off to Africa. Jack flew after the swallows. He flew and he flew till he reached the sea. There he met a jumpy dolphin. Can you take a message to Apollo the Swallow from Jack the Blackbird? Asked Jack. He's on his way to Africa.
What's the message?
Asked the dolphin. Come to the tree, said Jack, and he flew back to eat some of the tasty orange berries. The jumpy dolphin swam and leapt and dived. It took him a long time to reach Africa. There he met
a grumpy camel.
Can you take a message of Apollo the Swallow from Jack the Blackbird? Asked the dolphin.
What's the message?
Asked the camel. Jump in the sea, said the dolphin.
The grumpy camel
Trudged slowly across the desert till he reached a wide river. There he met a greedy crocodile.
Can you take a message to Apollo the Swallow from Jack the Blackbird?
Asked the camel. What's the message? Asked the crocodile.
Grumpy like me,
said the camel. The greedy crocodile took his time swimming and snapping his way down the river and wondering how tasty all the tourists and the birds would be. Till he came to a forest. There he met a playful monkey.
Can you take a message to Apollo
the Swallow from Jack the Blackbird? Asked the crocodile. What's the message? Asked the monkey.
Monkey for tea,
said the greedy crocodile. The playful monkey swung from branches to branches till he came to a fig tree. On the ground lay a lot of rotten figs. Feeding on the rotten figs were a lot of fruit flies, and snapping at the fruit flies were a lot of swallows. I've got a message for Apollo the swallow, said the monkey.
That's me,
Said one of the swallows.
what's the message? And who is it from?
It's from Jack the blackbird, and the message is, 1, 2, 3, V, said the monkey.
1, 2, 3, V?
Said Apollo.
That's a funny message. I've been in Africa for half a year now. It's time for me to fly back to the garden. I can find out what Jack's means.
Apollo and the other swallows flew back over the forest and the river and the desert and the sea till they reached the garden. Apollo flew to Jack's tree. It was covered in white blossom. A big blackbird flew down from the tree.
I'm looking for my friend Jack,
Said Apollo. That's me, said Jack.
I don't believe you, said Apollo. You are black and Jack was brown.
I'm Jack as sure as eggs are eggs, said Jack. And talking of eggs, I've got something to show you.
You are black and Jack was brown.
I'm Jack as sure as eggs are eggs.
You are black and Jack was brown.
I'm Jack as sure as eggs are eggs, said Jack. And talking of eggs, I've got something to show you. He flew up to a nest in the tree. Apollo flew after him. A brown bird was sitting in the nest. Time for your warm break, Rowena, said Jack. The brown bird flew off, and there in the nest Apollo saw some pale bluey green eggs. He counted them.
1, 2, 3. So the message wasn't 1, 2, 3, V. It was 1, 2, 3 eggs.
No, it wasn't, said Jack. It was come to the tree.
Well, I've come to the tree and I've seen the eggs and I think they are beautiful, said Apollo.
But the message wasn't about the eggs. It was about the orange berries, said Jack.
Orange berries, orange berries. You're not still on about orange berries, are you?
Apollo started to laugh. But really, there were orange berries, said Jack. There were and there will be again. Apollo thought hard.
All right, I believe you.
The end. This is a beautiful story. I just love this story. I hope you like it. And in this simple story, Julia Donaldson has talked about migration and friendship. Do follow us for more stories, more reading recommendations, and subscribe to the library. We have amazing books. We have, I think, 5,000 plus picture books. This is a beautiful story. How simply Julia Donaldson has talked about migration of birds and the friendship. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments. It gives us more power, more boost to share more stories with you. And which story should I tell next? I will be picking up one of my favorite Indian picture book. So make sure you follow, join the library, and let's make reading our superpower. Bye bye.